We hanging. We basing. What's going on, everybody? Solid Brown, K. Blue the Kid, and this is Base Hang episode 18. I'm about 8 minutes, 8 minutes late from 7 o'clock, but man, what's 8 minutes? So nobody's actually showed up yet. So maybe I'll actually crack this thing off whenever people actually get here. Ah, so yes. So what's good, everybody? How y'all doing? Everybody drop in. I dig it. I dig it. 9 people deep. All right. What's going on, T Pocket? Darth, what's happening? Mike, what's happening? Colin, what's good? How y'all doing tonight? Leon, what's happening? Paul, what's good? I'm good, Joshy. I'm good, man. Been chilling. It's my little dude's birthday today, so we just getting in from doing the whole birthday thing at a trampoline park. Uh, your boy can't hit flips like he used to. Found that out, and gravity is not forgiven. So, if you are out of practice doing backflips and such, don't go be a hero. Learn from me. I did this flip, bailed out halfway through, and like destroyed my whole right side. Oh man. Man. Hold up. Let's see. Let's see. What's good, William? Dylan Williams, what's going on? What's happening, Jason? Y'all was locked at Life Church. What's up, big guy? Like I was there. We was pretty legit today, man. There is a Life Church. Like if y'all want to hear the stuff we do, there is a Life Church Midtown channel on here, and I think you can search them and stuff. As I said before, I don't have any way to record the services because um, there's any place I would put it on stage would be a dead spot, and all the subs are underneath the platform, so it would just be shaking and vibrating. So it wouldn't even be a good recording. If I really wanted to try to like record the service, I'd have to put it in the back and use a big lens to catch everything. And maybe that'll be a thing later on in life. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's what I would have to do to catch everything. But so at the present moment, that's not an option because sound quality and such. But if y'all in the Tulsa area, drop on by. It goes live. So what y'all got going on? Gravity is the enemy. Very true. What's happening, DJ? Dion, what's happening? Yeah, man. So yeah, I splashed out real good. Like I was gonna over rotate, so I was gonna end up doing like a 1.5 backflip, and that half meant I would have been landing somewhere on my head and neck, and I splashed out. I was like, nope, not gonna do that today. Landed on my side and me. Yeah, man, it was fun though. My little dude was just pew 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 pew. I was like, God, dog, I lost him like 5 times, and I was staring right at him. Little kids with the cuts, man, they juicing. God, dog. So, y'all do have children, and you take them to a trampoline park. Do be ready because they don't get tired at all. Play guitar, miss my bass session. I can dig it. Sub bully greetings from Italy. Buongiorno. Glad I can catch you live again. Cool. Appreciate it, Johnny. Glad you're here. Is there anything that y'all actually want to talk about? We got dad jump skills. Man, I'm telling you this right now though. The bouncing on the trampoline, your boy was getting it. I was out there with the bouncy bounce bounce. They couldn't see me with the left to right bounce off the wall. Bam! I still got the juice. Bounce 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 bounce, bounce. Winded. Windy. I was windy like Chicago. Yeah, man. What's happening, Robert? I am not gonna do a reaction to myself because it's cringeworthy. I wouldn't want to do that. What's going on? Weather here in Oregon is crazy. Snow, snow, snow. Crap. It's cold. It's not snowing. It was snowing earlier this morning, but it stopped. Like maybe it was doing like small flurries. Yep, yep, yep. So, um, I do have some videos that are gonna be coming out. Um, I haven't done the work yet, so I'll probably end up recording them this week. And I'm gonna have a base on the channel that, well, it's two bases. One of which I would have never thought would be on this channel. They're not my bases, but they'll be on this channel. And I'll talk about that. And then another bass is like a demo, and it's me actually trying the bass for the first time. I never actually laid my hands on it. I'm not gonna tell you what they are, but do stay tuned. Do keep a lookout for those videos. Those are coming out. And as far as me doing reaction type stuff, I got to figure out the format and how to make it happen. That's why I haven't actually started doing that type stuff. And I wanted to start doing covers, and that's still maybe a thing. Like just drop a cover once a week or once every 2 weeks or so. Make that kind of one of the content thing to do. Um, I'm trying to get the like all the songs and stuff I want to do. I'm having kind of a hard time doing the like downloading them and finding them and stuff like that, so that I can play to them. So y'all bear with me as I get all the stuff filed out and I can make it into a system, and then we can move forward that way. I'm going to Nam. I wish I was. I'm not. I actually forgot about Nam until like I was talking to a guy, the guy that's actually gonna be making my bass. He's going to Nam to go talk to some people and stuff. And he told me about it. I think it's like next week. It's gonna be happening. And he said he's going in Anaheim. I was like, dang, it would be dope if I was able to take off from work and go ahead and do that whole convention and stuff like that. But maybe one day, maybe next year, maybe. Who knows? What guitar players or let's see, Paul Smith said, what guitar players or instrumentalists do you follow or recommend? Um, Guitar players that I follow Anderton's music. Basically that's Rob Chapman, Rabia, Lee, Nathan, Lee. And you know, Jared Dines, Stevie T, pretty like metal cats. Like I don't really dig off into any other music besides like shredders and stuff like that. So um I do follow Davey 504, and I thought about doing like he issued a bass challenge, and I thought about recording a bass challenge and sending it off to him, but I'm like, I don't care that much. Um, yeah, I thought about it. I was like, I'm cool on that. But that's who I follow, and I follow Scott Divine, Scott's bass lessons, and that's right about it. Because everybody else that I would want to follow, that I would want to keep tabs on and stuff, they don't post very often. Like my number one dude was Marlo, and he rarely posts anything now. He used to post all the time, but he rarely posts stuff now. Hey Bully, do you have days when you prefer passive over active? Yeah, actually, those days are usually the days I want to play P bass. Most of my P bass, except the Sire P7, are strictly well, and this red one right here. because that's a PJ. And is that it? And then this Ibanez here, that's an active strictly. This is an active strictly. But most of the time, I'm playing P bass. That's when I want a passive tone. So it's just I don't know, and it could just be how I'm feeling at the moment, and I could swap. I'm like, it's not giving me what I want, and I can swap. Okay. Hold up, wait a minute. Why you have drumsticks? You gonna do paradiddles and rolls? Um, yeah, I could, but they were just sitting on my set that I got over here. So I was like, I'll mess with them for a little bit. It's been a while. I actually need to upload some software to this set that I downloaded and haven't put up yet. So I'll probably do that after this is over with and mess around with that for a little bit. Are they fenders? Maybe, maybe not. Guess we'll have to find out, Mike. Anybody heard of the Mitchell MB series basses? Yes, I have heard of them. They are in most guitar centers. I put them along the lines of they're along the same lines with Rogue. That's what I feel like. I mean, there's higher levels of it of the Mitchell series, and they do sound okay. But as far as quality, how they feel, they're all right. But that wouldn't be my go-to if I had the choice. Let's see. December 2020, you got to do the Davy 405, the 504 challenge. You'll be ready by then. I'm ready now. I just don't care that much, man, because how it's going to go is, let's say he plays a bass line for me to play with, right? Let's say that we play the bass line and I kill him in the bass line. Like I'm just destroying him with all types of fills and licks and all type of nastiness. He can edit it however he wants to make me suck so he's better. So I don't even want to deal with that. Like that'll take me off. Uh and yeah, and then all that, the whole thing just give him exposure and then him free content, which is cool, but it wouldn't do anything for me. So unless he came at me directly, I'm not gonna do it. It's not me. Yeah. What's going on, Ted? What's happening, Shard? He was at my son's birthday party. He just dang man, it's 7 o'clock. What time did you get that? The thing started at 4. Crap. This baby's wore him out. Man. Hey bro, how long did it take you to learn bass guitar when you first picked up your bass? It took me for me to be confident playing in church, it took me about a good 2 years, about a year or so. Between a year and 2 years. But I wasn't exactly serious. Like I wasn't like practicing every day. It was just like I'd have this music and it'd be the same songs that would play over and over and over again. And I became comfortable knowing where everything was. So I would say probably about a year, year and a half. But if you actually play a lot and you actually practice a lot, you can get competent to play bass in like 6 or 7 months for real. If you actually try. So don't let my scale deter you from anything that you're trying to do. Let's see. I have an Ampeg 212 8 ohm micro cab. Okay. And I like 212 micro cab. I don't think that's a micro cab, but okay. I like to get a micro head for it. Would you recommend the Ampeg Micro VR, Trace Elliott Elf, or TC Electronic? Mm. Things you have to factor in. When you have an 8 ohm cab, you can literally take the max power and pretty much chop it in half. So the Trace Elliott is 200 watts at 4 ohms. I think it's like 130 at 8 ohms. The TC Electronic is probably around the same thing, 250 at 4 ohms. I think it's like 130, 140 at that's watts to the speaker, like power to the speaker. 140 at 8 ohms. And what was the other one? And the Ampeg, I think, is actually probably less than those two. So if I had to choose something, I would go TC Electronic BH250 because you have the tone print capability. But if you're looking for just to pretty much stand in the road, all I'm finna do, I don't want to put any, effects or anything on it, I go and grab a Trace Elliott. That's be my honest opinion. I actually really like mine. It's the smallest of all those amps I just said, most portable, and it sounds really good by itself. So that is what I would suggest. 3 p.m. Jeez, 4 hours. You better than me, sure. I started when I was 14. I'm 61 now. Still learning. Cool. Let's see. I meant 2x10. All right, that's better. Cause I never heard of a micro having 212s. I have heard of the 210s though. So yeah. Oh, by the way, if y'all are watching this, 25 people, could y'all do me a favor and hit the like button for me? It helps me out with YouTube and all the analytics and all that stuff to help push my channel out there. Because people don't care unless you hit the like button and comment and stuff. Thank y'all for actually doing it. I appreciate y'all. So, I think I've been playing bass since I was about 15, 14, 15. So that puts me around 15 years now, but I've only been like serious, if you can call this serious, for about 6 years. Like actually trying to get better, learn my craft, and actually be a better musician at bass and stuff for right around 6 years. So, first instrument I ever played was kit, and played that since I was like 6, and then stopped whenever I picked up the bass. Taught my cousin how to play the drums, and then just kind of stuck to the bass. And now I have rusty skills, and I'm okay on the kit, but I'm no, by no means an Eric Moore or anything like that. So, so what kind of electric drum set do you have? I have a Roland TD 17 KVX. It's actually right here. There you go. This is my setup. It's my camera and stuff. But TD 17, I actually added in this splash in the auxiliary spot. So it's 3 crashes and then the ride there, 2 down, 1 up, double foot pedal and stuff. But yeah, so that's the whole stuff. Do you think being a drummer helps you with your bass playing? Yeah, because if number one, if you start out on drums, your sense of rhythm and your sense of time, I feel like is a little bit better than most. Um, when it comes in, is where whenever you play with random drummers, it's easier if your drummer is easier to lock your bass pattern and that kick pattern together because you kind of know where things are going, where accents would probably be filled at, and stuff like that. Of course, every drummer has their variation in the skill level, but if you play drums and you have that as a fundamental base, no pun intended, then it's easier to build on that foundation. Um, to put this into better terms, you know when a bassist was actually a lead guitar player. Like it's not necessarily bad, but there's something that it's not a fluid. The groove isn't natural. You dig what I'm saying? Like me, I was a drummer first, so I instantly lock into where the beat pattern is going and how all that stuff is happening. So, but that's me. That's what I feel and stuff. But whenever I see like lead guitar players that swap to bass, they don't necessarily have that drum bass connection. That's stuff that they can work on to get it, but they don't necessarily have it because they can hear it, but they can't produce it themselves, so they don't know exactly when it's happening. That's just my opinion, though. So if you're a lead guitar player and you also play drums, let me know in the comments if what I'm saying isn't true. But everybody I play with, that's what it feels like because I'll be playing with them, especially if I'm on the drums and I'll be doing stuff and they're just busy. And the stuff they're doing is dope. It's like crazy feels and utilizing scales in crazy ways, but there's no fundamental groove. There's no locked, precise pattern for the cats I was playing with. So like most of those cats in those situations was basically like jazz improv type joint, and you know, it can go anywhere. It can literally go anywhere when you're in those situations. Gotta love how humble bro is. No, he says he's okay. Hopefully he blows most out of the water. Nah, man. I'm just all right. I'm on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm probably a 5.5. I can carry a church service. I can play rock gigs. I not metal because metal has double foot pedal, and I have not perfected that yet. But I can play most songs fairly easy up to metal and stuff like that. I'm pretty good. So I'll give myself a 5.5, maybe a 6 on a good day, depending on what the song is. Electric Kids are cool. Make studio stuff much more fun and easy. Easy, yes. Fun is about the same. They feel about the same. They kind of sound the same too. And they're quiet. So I could be doing stuff all night long and nobody's the wiser. So I'm watching Johnny Long and he's asking, why get a 5 string when you don't play 4 strings at a gig? That's a good point. I know some 5 string bass players that only use their B string as a thumb rest. You know what I'm saying? But if you want a 5 string, maybe you buy the 5 string and then learn how to use it later. There's nothing wrong with that. Most songs you can play on a 4 string bass. 5 string comes in handy whenever the song's going to like past that second fret register, like when you have to play like a B or a B flat, and you got to go up the scale, like up the neck to play your song and stuff like that. It comes in real handy to have those extra 5 or 6 notes up top so you don't have to do all those switch transition playing way down here then all the slide position and stuff. It's easy. uh, but yeah, I can occur to that. If you don't use it, then why have a 5 string? Well, for my music in my church, it's beneficial because the lead singer, they usually run like B and D and F, and well, F isn't really a big deal because that's on the normal 4 string scale stuff. But B and D and A, for whatever reason, A, those are all the strange ones, and it's easier to do it up top than it is to lose all your bottom going up the neck to play the notes and stuff. So that's why I play with 5 string. Do you think there's benefits to open hand drumming? Open hand drumming. Depending on where you hold the stick, I would assume you can move faster. That's what I would assume. But there's always drawbacks to it as well. Like your strokes and fills may be faster. They may come easier, but you lose power, or you may not be as accurate with your sticking. So it's all really how much you practice, how much you refine your technique to get it down. And I'm not a drummer, but I've watched a whole bunch of Drumeo, so I feel like I know something. What's your main bass amp you take on a gig that will do you justice no matter where you're playing at? If I do travel around, I used to take around a Fender 500, and I had my boom bass cabinets 1015. That was my standard. I no longer have that Fender 500, and I'm thinking probably around my birthday or so, I'll go ahead and get me like a Galen Kruger, either the 1001 RB or the 700 RB. I might pick or I might get the Rumble 800. Just depends. I haven't gotta figure that out. I don't know which way I'm gonna go with it. Uh, I think the Rumble 800 is 599, $600 or so, and I know for sure I can get a 1001 RB used for right around that price. So I don't know which way I'm gonna go. The Fender is gonna give me everything I want, but the Galen Kruger just has that something, man. It has that something. I don't know. So that's what I usually go to. But if I have a gig now and I have to go and I have to play something, if it's a spot, I'll take my Elf, my Trace Elliott Elf, and then play through the 4 ohms and stuff, get the 200 watts. That's cool. Or if I need just a little bit more, I'll take my Tone Hammer and 1015. These 410s stay in this room and stuff. Now, while I'm at it, I need to go ahead and fix this tweeter because stuff is messed up, and I don't know if I blew it or not. I need to figure that out. There might be something I do on here. I don't see why not. But let's see what y'all talking about. You ever play with guitarist Barry Finnerty? I play with a Barry. I don't know if his last name is Finnerty. But there's a Barry that I play with at Life Church. Yes. Will, what's good? How you doing? Thanks for the info. We're gonna watch some reviews and decide between the Elf and the TC. The amp peg is 100 watts at 8 ohms, and the Elf is 130. See, your boy be right. And I can find the 8 ohm wattage on the TC. I think it's gonna end up being about the same for the TC. But the only difference is I think the TC you could probably get for like I think they all cost around 200, 299. But the only difference is the TC comes with a tuner on the amp. Like it comes on the amp, and then you have the ability to put tone prints into your amplifier. So you can throw chorus, so you can throw phaser or distortion or whatever on the TC. So if you're gonna lean that direction, I would suggest TC for functionality and just playing around with it and stuff, messing with stuff, octavers and all that good stuff. If you didn't want to buy any pedals or anything like that, I definitely suggest TC Electronic. That's just my opinion. I had one. It a metal piece broke off on the inside because I was not taking care of it, and it shorted out the whole thing. So had to get rid of it. But I liked it. It's dope. It's a dope little amp. Looks like the amp peg is up. I wanted to get an electronic drum set. I'm thinking about getting the Alesis Nitro Mesh. Are you familiar with it? Yes, I am. I actually was between getting this, which was my dream set, or getting the Alesis Strike Pro, which I think goes for like 1,000. This one was like 1,500 or so. But what I liked about it was how it sounds in the mix. Like it doesn't sound like a fake instrument. Like it sounds like real drums, real time, and all the functionality and stuff of the pad. It wasn't complicated to mess with. I have a lot of different options. They give me 50 kits that are already set up on this thing, and then I have 50 open options to create drum kits, 50 user kits I can create. So I liked that idea. Thought that was dope. And I can actually create as many as I want as long as I have an SD card. I can load them, unload them whenever I feel like it. So it actually works out pretty well. So I love it. It's dope to me. Do you ever get any studio time, and which player is better, the stage you or the studio you? I would say, okay, first question. Do you ever get any studio time? Officially, no. I don't ever really go to a studio. Unofficially, I got a homeboy that I record stuff with. Like if I make music and stuff like that. So technically it's a studio, but not technically it's a studio. And I would say stage me, I think is better. But the process, the creative process, is better on the studio me. Because stage me is basically going off emotions, feelings, and my mind can travel off in wherever. And then once I play it, it goes out. You like, man, that's tight. If you do say that, I can't recall what the heck I did. So, for entertainment purposes, I would definitely say stage me. For groove, feel, and like I can ride to this, I'd say studio me. But I think I like stage me more because I don't while I'm playing the bass. Y'all watch the videos. I'm literally thinking on the fly for all of my videos. I don't practice anything. I don't think any bass lines out before I actually do them. I just grab the bass, start doing stuff. That's basically what I do. Uh, yeah. And in most of my videos, pretty much all of them, they're one take through. So if I mess up, you see me mess up, and it's fine. I don't care. So that's my style. I'm not okay. So that's a two-part situation. One part is I'm lazy. I'm not gonna go through all the editing. Second part is I like all my stuff being organic. If I don't like something, it won't be on the channel. If I can't stand behind something or something has treated me wrong, rather than bash it, I just want to talk about it. I've had duds before. I've had pedals. I was like, nah, I never use it. I've had strings that I've been like, they not what's up, but they'll work for now until I swap them out. Had a lot of stuff like that. I've had tuners that I was gonna do a review on and stuff like that. Cheap tuners that you can find on Amazon. I got them in, and they work, but they're not as sensitive as a snark is. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well pay those extra $5 to get the snark rather than paying, $8 for three tuners that work 70% of the time. Or they aren't accurate enough to give you a thorough reading if you're in tune and stuff. So, yep. What's going on in real life? Um, let's see. Stage is always more fun, so I tend to play better. Hey, that's true too. And I like to go off energy, man. Like, there's nothing like performing in front of people. Like the 10 seconds after you start a song, because you have the beginning jitters and you're nervous and okay, we got to start this song off. All right, 3, 2, 1, and then you go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so the 10 seconds after where you kind of like start to settle in and start to feel good and all that good stuff, that's nice. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. I play bass on a horror movie soundtrack. Dope. What horror movie was it? That's the Ted. I'm a new player, less than a year. Okay. And I've noticed music in 3, 4 time gives me fits on the timing. Do you ever have problems with keeping time? Yes and no. Um, we have a song at Life Church that goes between 3, 4 and 4, 4. And if you're not on it and you're not thinking about what you're doing, then it can throw you off. But it all just like playing the bass, exactly like playing the bass. You're not gonna be awesome when you first pick it up. You're not gonna be dope. You're not gonna have it all the way down when you first start doing time signature changes and start working with different time signatures. So it just takes time. It all takes time. Don't be expecting to be Marcus Miller in 2 weeks. Marcus Miller wasn't even Marcus Miller in 2 weeks. Marcus Miller been doing that jump for like 30, 40 years. So all that takes time. It all takes time. Actually, sit down on this thing and see what's good with it. Hold on. Let's move this over here. Might actually sit down and see if I got any juice. So yeah. Hold on. Don't want any interruptions of all this stuff. Let's see what y'all talking about. It's called Night Terror in the 80s, low budget, but work is work. Okay. I would prefer studio rather than live because I'd be scared of making a mistake and embarrassing myself. Okay. But how do you get past that if you never actually like play out loud? So I think maybe it has something to do with personality because I'm an extroverted person, so I don't really think about it that much. Hmm. Okay, that's enough. Not bad. As long as I've ever done a double foot pedal thingy, that'll work. Let's see. Thinking about buying my first rig. What amp head and cabinet should I start out with? I don't need a lot of power right now, just playing at home. Okay. Um, I would look at a if you don't need a lot of power and you want to, I'm assuming you want to save some bread. This is going to Leon Carson. I would suggest you get a Fender Rumble. I think it's a Fender Rumble 25, and I think it's like $100 or so. And I think it's like a either an 8-inch cone or a 10-inch cone, but it's loud enough for you to hear yourself, and I think it has all the headphone jack and the auxiliary input, so you can still practice and all that stuff. If you actually want to get like a separate head and cabinet combo, I would go with. I would get, and this is just saving bread. Like this is trying to save you as much money as possible. I would look into. I think TC Electronic makes a lower line than the BH250, and I think it goes for like 179. And you can also go get a Bagheera 2x10 for 199, and that'll put you at 350. Or you can go and get you a combo amp, the BH2. I think it's a BG 250 by TC Electronic, and it has the tone prints and all that good stuff. And you can comes in I think 10, 12, 15, and then two eights. I think all for right around 299 or so. If that's a, I would definitely suggest you get a combo amp though. It's gonna be the cheapest situation for you. Uh, yeah. Then there's also this. There is this, the rolling bass cube. This is what I'm playing the drums through. This goes for 279. I have a whole full review on this. So it has everything from woo, Jesus. It has a everything from a rhythm guide, like so you can keep rhythm and stuff like that. 8 different amp models. It has effects, chorus, flanger, envelope filter, delay, reverb. It has a tuner. Like I said, it has 8 different uh, amp models on it, and it has like a lot of different like rhythm sections stuff on it. So like, let's see, right? Tap tempo. And that's just one. Like that's just one setting of 12 different types of music, from rock, blues, country, R&B, ballad, jazz, funk, Latin, and dance. And you can, there's 3 variations of each one of the ones I just named. So uh, maybe this might be the thing for you. And it's battery powered. So if you wanted to play and you didn't have batteries, or you didn't have power and you wanted to just like play in your car or play off outside or somewhere, I think it's 6 AAA batteries, 6 AA batteries, and you're good to go here. So maybe this might be the thing for you. Rolling Cube, I think it goes for 279, brand new. You probably get it for cheaper. I think I paid 279 for it. It's actually pretty nice. This is what's serving as my drum monitor until I can get an actual Roland drum monitor, which will probably be for my birthday or something. But this is cool for right now and stuff. What's your thoughts on bass gloves? Is that cheating? Um, if you like it, I love it. Cheating, I don't see how it's cheating. How is that cheating? Can you explain that? That's to real life. What's your take on crate cabinet bass amp? I don't know much about it, but I know their lead guitar stuff is pretty good and they're pretty inexpensive. I don't know how they are as far as in the bass world, so I can't really tell you too much about that. Every time I watch your show, I want to grab my bass and a Diet Sun Kiss. I can dig that. Yeah. Let's see. What do you say here? Fender 150 with wheels is 350. It's not bad. I would definitely keep looking around though. Real life, I got eczema on my fingers, and the gloves are a lifesaver. I can dig it. There you go. There you go. Music, okay, cool. Thanks, Ted. I actually bought a $75 Glary bass. Congratulations. Off your recommendation. Can't wait to get it in this week. Cool. I'll be here next week. God says the same. Let me know what you think about it, big guy. Do you play some quartet gospel at church? If so, what's one song that you have to play? I don't do it anymore. The one song that we always had to do was Canton Spirituals Be Right. That's one of them. Another one is It's Gonna Rain. Same people, Canton Spirituals. Um, Clean Up What I Messed Up. I think that's the Williams Brothers. Or it might be the Canton Spirituals again. Pretty much all the Canton Spiritual songs. Do you play some quartet gospel? Play first time. Okay. Is there a really good reason to spend $5,000 or more on a high end bass? My opinion, no. $5,000 you can buy all of these basses and still have thousands of dollars left over. So no, I that's just my opinion. If you're just gonna have one bass to suit all your needs, and this is the only bass you're gonna need for the rest of your life, then spend it. I won't ever spend $5,000 on one bass. I don't think I spend $5,000 on many things actually, unless it's like a car or something, a motorcycle. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. I saw on one of your videos you had ordered a Rumble amp from Sweetwater. I live an hour and a half drive from there, and you should see their campus is amazing. You're lucky, dude. I would love for you to do a reaction video to Twinkie Clark from the Clark Sisters. Everything you need. Baseline. I'm trying to remember the song. The baseline's not coming to mind. Hmm. Maybe in the future. I had to figure out. I need to figure out how I'm going to. It may not be hard. I may be overthinking the whole thing. Um, because I have to show you what I'm seeing and also show my face, so that could be a picture in picture type thing. I got to figure out how to make it happen, and then I'll start doing reaction videos. But like till I can mentally figure out how to do it, I'm just kind of at a loss. So I might hit up some reaction cats like Josh Drum Class and see if he can like tell me how to get this done. Uh, because I know I have the technology to make it happen. I just hasn't happened yet. And figure that junk out. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that would be dope to add that dynamic to the channel. That'd be cool. Then I can go into some of y'all people, the people that you tell me to look up, and be like, check this dude out. Use your camera phone and your computer laptop. Okay. Trying to. mm, I gotta ask some questions because there has to be a way I can share the screen with the program I'm using, and then still be picture in picture. I gotta figure it out. Figure out what program I need to download so I can make that happen. So, or what program I need to buy. So I'll hit up Josh probably after this is over with and see what's up. Hopefully, he answers me back and stuff. So we'll see. MOSFET versus D class. Class D. Bobby Rush, baseline, chicken heads, fine grades at the plate. Cool. And I think QuickTime is an Apple thing, and I only have an Apple computer. May not be. Maybe something else. I have an SD card in here. I do not have an SD card in here. Where is my SD card? Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. All right. So I've been on this thing for YD over MOSFET. In the long run, Class D, they rarely overheat. Uh, Usually they're lighter. They're they're more sophisticated, more durable. Um, MOSFET is cool, but everything I've ever played or that I've ever bought has been solid state Class D amplifiers. I saw a natural wood glare jazz bass. Getting one and modding it to sound like a Fender Jazz. Go for it. I say go for it. I I was debating whether or not I wanted to like keep on modding the bass I have, the glary bass that I do have now. But I like how it sounds, so I'm kind of just meh at the present moment. Mm. So I don't know. Actually, looking at the pickups and the preamp that I'll put in there if I was to mod it that far. And I'm like, I'm straight. And I like how it sounds naturally. So if you want to mod it to sound like a Fender Jazz, go for it. But I do want to ask what pickups and stuff would you use? What hardware would you use to make it happen? That's the Coupe JA. Mm-mm-mm. Side note, y'all ever seen sticks like this? Thought that was fire. It's different. And longer. Anyway, uh 55 minutes in, I'm gonna go ahead and end this bass hang. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all are still here, please hit the like button before y'all go. Thank y'all. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all for dropping in. And I will check y'all in the next video. So, till next time, this is Alan Brown, aka Bully the Kid. Y'all be easy.